Dr. Lee, I just wanted to thank you for meeting with me today. Could you please introduce yourself and tell me what course you teach?
Okay. My name is Xin Li, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Cell and Developmental Biology. I teach the MCB 410, which is the Developmental Biology, Stem Cells, and Regenerative Medicine.
Awesome. When is your course typically offered? Fall, spring, summer?
It's typically offered in the spring.
So can you give me a brief overview of what is covered in your course? What are the learning goals in it?
Okay, so if we summarize in one sentence, this course is examining how a single cell, which is the fertilized egg, develops into a complete organism like us, with everything in the right place. Learning goals, after the class, we would like you to appreciate that this is a very amazing and fascinating process, and then we also would like you to understand the scientific approaches and methodologies that scientists use to acquire the current knowledge in this field. And we would like you to develop critical thinking abilities and be able to apply what you learned in this class in your future career and also everyday life.
So what is the format of your course? Are there discussion sections? Is it taught via lecture or in a seminar? Are there iClickers used?
So it's a lecture-based course, and we will have 30 lectures plus 10 paper discussion classes. So paper discussion classes are not the discussion sessions. In the paper discussion classes, we discuss the primary research articles. So for this class, we used to have the discussion sessions. But in the next spring, we will not have discussion sessions because we used to discuss the problem sets on the discussion sessions. But according to the students' feedback, they can complete most of the questions on their own. And for the most difficult questions, we can discuss on class.
How are students in your course graded for exams, quizzes, homework?
So we will have 4 exams, and with each exam covering 10 lectures. And so the final exam will cover the final 10 lectures. So each exam will be 100 points, in total 400 points. So this will make up 2/3 of the total grade. The total grade is 600 points. So the remaining 200 points will be associated with attendance and performance in each class. So there will be 5 points for each class.
Historically, which portion of the grade breakdown do students struggle most with?
It's of course the exams, because students can usually get the attendance and performance on class grade if they do attend and participate. So for the exams, in this class, I want to say that we don't require you to memorize like numbers or facts. So these exams will test your understanding of the scientific methodologies and your abilities to apply what you learned to solve problems. So actually the questions in the exams will be very fun to work with.
And you said there are points associated with attendance, is that correct?
Right.
And is that through iClicker?
We haven't been using iClickers on the class for questions. So what usually happens is I ask question, and the students are divided in groups, and they will have group discussion, and then I call randomly a group to answer the question, but other groups can also volunteer answers. So in this way, we haven't been using iClickers. But I'm open to use the iClickers if students already have the iClickers and if they are more used to using it.
Are there any required textbooks for this course?
Yes, the required textbook is the Principles of Development, 5th edition by Louis Wolpert. And so there will be several copies on reserve in the library and the MCB Learning Center.
Do you provide students with PowerPoint slides or lecture outlines before class?
So I will provide a lecture outline before class, but I will only post the slides after class because this is to ensure that students will think on their own, like step by step, as we go through the scientific discovery process.
What kind of background knowledge do I need to take this course? Are there any prerequisites to take?
The prerequisites are the MCB 250 and MCB 252. So MCB 250 is the molecular genetics class, and the MCB 252 is the cells, tissue, and development, with a focus on the cell biology. So these are the background knowledge that you will need.
How do topics covered in your course apply to current research, like medical, scientific advancements?
Mm-hmm. So this class will cover both the classical research and the most recent advancement in the field. And students will get trained on the methodologies and critical thinking abilities that they can use on their research if they want to pursue a research career. And for the pre-med students who will choose a medical career, it is also very important to learn about this process because this complex process involves a lot of signaling pathways that will control the body plan setup, cell proliferation and cell fate and even cell death. So any mistakes in these steps will lead to diseases. So in fact, some of the questions that we will discuss on class will be about how to use what you learned in the developmental biology to address some cases in the medical career. And so recently there are a lot of exciting advancement in the stem cells, regeneration and regenerative medicine. So the last 10 lectures we will cover these recent advancements.
What opportunities do you provide outside of class for students to ask questions or get assistance?
I will have an office hour every week, and in addition, students can feel free to stop me after each class.
Is there anything else that you would like to tell us about your course?
So I think basically have covered all. So I just want to say that it will be a very fun class, and hope that students will consider taking it.
Thank you.
Thank you.